वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुविष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। I welcome everyone who are in the temple as well as who are online, and we will go forward with our study of Shrimad Bhagavad Gita. Shrimad Bhagavad Gita is not only to pray, to put the the rice and to put the tilak on it, but it is to open and understand and apply. That is the purpose of our Pravachans. How to apply, how to understand it more clearly and apply it in our present day life. That is the method. That is what we are looking for. And in that journey, we are on the third chapter. Karma Yoga Nama Tritiyo Adhyaya. We are on the third chapter. And in the third chapter, we were looking at the slok 9, 10 and 11. And it explains us very clearly what we should be doing. In other words, in practical life, we can say that what kind of a career I should select. Present day, one of the biggest challenge for everyone, our new generation person is that how to select my career, what kind of career I should be selecting, what are my qualities is the first step to understanding. And we were looking into it in all detail, and we came up to the word of Yagya. Yagya. In our mind, Yagya is only a fire, a chanting of sloka, a good food, and wearing some clothes. That's the only imagination in our mind as Yagya. And we looked at it, what is a Yagya? What is the true meaning of the Yagya? So, we came through the steps, and we will go forward now. So these steps, what we followed was how to select my work, and that is through the Varna. What is my Varna? Varna is not a caste system. Varna Vyavastha is not a caste system. It cannot be translated in English because there is no equivalent word of Varna. But Varna means a natural inclination, a natural attitude of a person who is born. That is Varna. Even in our normal language also we use the word Shweta Varna, means white color. Shweta Varna, white color. The nature of the object is white, its color is white. So Varna is our qualities with which we are born with, and with which we can develop it further. And then second thing which we thought about is what should be the state of my mind, what kind of a psychology I should be having while executing that work, how I should be doing. If I am a doctor, is my first choice or first the reason to become a doctor is to earn money, then I am not a doctor. Then I am a businessman. Then I should go into business. I should not become a doctor, because my natural inclination, my natural way is not to serve the society, to serve the needy, but to earn the money. A person with such mindset should not become a doctor. At present, in our education system, what we see, one who has got a specific amount of marks, he or she is qualified to become a doctor and engineer. That will not work, because when that person will become a doctor, he or she will not look at serving the society. He or she will look at earning more and more money, how to make more money. And same is applicable in every career. When people are going to go with that career, for that mindset, how the society can be happy, how that can be happy. So that is what we thought about. What should be my mindset, Yagya, while doing my work? And how can I do this work together with other people? That is the biggest challenge today also. Teamwork. Yeah, there are millions and billions of dollars being spent on just teaching how to work together. साथ में मिलके काम कैसे करेंगे पता ही नहीं. When people come together, there is a quarrel, there is a competition, there is an envy. Yeah. And because of that, people cannot work in team. So how to work in team? That is what Yagya is teaching us. That is what we looked at. And then when people work in team, how the distribution of the fruits. When the people work in team, that will be a fruit. Any action has got the fruits. So how the distribution of fruits of those actions should be done. That is also shown in Yagya. That is what we looked at. What and how to distribute the fruits. And even if you distribute the fruits equally because of the inherent quality of people, there will be always again a disturbance and unequal distribution of wealth. That is the largest problem. If we look at the history, there are so many people, so many deep thinkers have come in the history, and they tried to resolve the issue of unequal distribution of wealth. Right from Robin Hood, the story, he thought, I will loot the rich people and distribute to the poor. Yeah. Did it work? It did not. Rich will become more rich, again the poor will become poor. Because unless the system is resolved, only looting the rich and distributing to the poor will not work. And that is incorrect also. You cannot loot anyone. That is illegal and non-moral, immoral also. So, Robin Hood tried, Karl Marx came, he talked about communism. Again, equal distribution of wealth. Everybody is equal. But that's not going to motivate the people. Person who has got higher skills. Imagine a company in which everybody is given same salary. A director, a supervisor, a foreman, a sweeper, a secretary, everybody is given same money. What will happen? Will people be motivated? Will people be able to work equally well? And will it be just also? Because some people will work more harder than other people. So equal distribution of wealth by Karl Marx is not going to work. The whole communism is not going to work. Remember, we are thinking about big things here. We are not thinking only that, oh, this is Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, Bhagwan ka naam lo, haath jod ke pair pado. We are thinking about the world. And that is why Shrimad Bhagavad Gita is for the younger people. We are going to create the world in future. How a younger generation will be able to get the guidance. That is what is Shrimad Bhagavad Gita. To get the guidance. How to live in the society as an individual and as a whole. That is what Shrimad Bhagavad is teaching. And that is where we looked at Yagya again. How the people with unequal resources will live together with harmony in society. That is what we looked at. And then we looked at Devata, the word Devata, the misnomer. We think Devata means what? Upar Swarg mein. We looked at it. We discussed about it. Who is Devata? Devata is the skill set in each individual, and they contribute to the society with that skill set. They are Devata. Devata, Agni Devata, Vayu Devata, Swarg mein rehte hain. Such a understanding should be developed which will be applicable in our life. And that is what Gita is for also. So we looked at the word Devata, and what is the difference between Devata and Bhagwan? Bhagwan has created the universe. Devata, we are all Devata. I am Devata, you are Devata. One who has got the skills to give to the society, they are highly skilled in it. Agni Devata, Vayu का काम नहीं कर सकते, Vayu Agni का काम नहीं कर सकते, Varun Devata, Vayu Agni का काम नहीं कर सकते. Means what? What does it represent? What does it represent? That is important. And that is what we already looked at in last 4 or 5 lectures. So we have to go further. And to go further, I will just chant the 11th sloka, which we took in a length last time, but I will just try to connect with it. So I will chant the sloka first, 11th sloka of 3rd chapter. Devan bhavayata nena te deva bhavayantu vaha Parasparam bhavayantah Shreyam paramavapsyatha. Yeah, parasparam, which is important, parasparam. If there is a person with higher skill, with higher resources, how that can live in harmony with the other resources. And that is why in our prayers also we have got so many devata. Grama devata, yeah, you must have heard about this chanting. Grama devata bhyo namaha, kula devata bhyo namaha, ishta devata bhyo namaha, sthana devata bhyo namaha. Which are these devatas? Yeah, we know about Indra Lok and all those devatas, but which are these devatas? Grama devata bhyo namaha, ishta devata bhyo namaha, kula devata bhyo namaha. And last time we looked at it. These are also devata. This gives a clear-cut picture of what is a devata. Working together in harmony with multiple different type of resources together is devata. What we looked at last time. And then Shreya, Shreya Parama Vapsata, Shreya, good for me. There are two words, Shreya and Preya. Preya means when I like. And Shreya means one which is good for me. Should I go for prayer or should I go for Shreya? One which is good for me or one which I like. Many times we have seen that what we like may not be good for us. Suppose I have got a diabetes. I like to eat gulab jamuns, but it is not good for me. It is not good for my health. Some people don't like to exercise, but exercising is good for health. So Shreya, when the devata, when they give, it is my Shreya. It is good for me. It is good for individual as well as good for the society in whole. So it is not individually good or bad, but it is also equally good or bad for the whole society. Prayer, yeah, leaving the smoking habit. Even other things also, earning lots of money. Yeah, somebody will say, I am working hard, I want to earn a lot of money. If we are looking at unequal distribution of resources, it is not a good idea. If somebody is looking for becoming a doctor and earn a lot of money, that's not a good combination, as we looked at. So we will go further now on the 12th shloka. I will chant it, and that is what it is looking at, and we will go further with it. Ishtan bhogan hivo deva dasyante yagya bhavitaha tairdattana pradayebhyo yo bhunte stena eva saha. Ishtan bhogin, ishtan desired. What I desire is ishtan, desire. Bhogan, necessities of life. Ishtan bhogan. Whatever necessities of life I desire, Ishtan Bhogan, O Deva, that will be given to you. Dasyante Yagya Bhavita, Dasyante will grant, will give. Yagya Bhavita, satisfied by the Yagya. Here people have translated Yagya sacrifice, which is an incomplete definition. We looked at it, so but still we will to use that word. But that is Yagya Bhavita, one who is satisfied. So once the devatas are satisfied by the yagya, devan yatanena, they will bestow upon you, they will give you the desired necessities of life. That is what it means. Sacrifice, yagya. Tair dattan pradayebhyo aprada. Aprada means without offering. Tair, by them. Whatever is given to you by those devata, whatever are the help we get from the society, tair dattan pradayebhyo aprada, without offering. Aprada means without offering. Aprada, ebhya, to them. And bhukte, bhukte means enjoys, consumes, uses. And stena means the thief. Chor. Stena means chor. One who is getting, once the god, the celestial devata, being satisfied with the performance of yagya, will grant you all the desired necessities of life. But those who enjoy what is given to them without making offering in return are thieves. चोर कहा, उसको चोर कहा गया। यज्ञ से भावित हुए देवता तुम लोगों को बिना मांगे ही कर्तव्य पालन की आवश्यक सामग्री देते रहेंगे। कर्तव्य पालन की सामग्री जो जिंदगी जीने के लिए होती है। जिंदगी के अलग अलग कर्तव्य होते हैं। देयर आर डिफरेंट एक्शंस वी हैव टू परफॉर्म इन अवर लाइफ। व्हाटएवर वी नीड विल बी गिवन टू अस without asking by the devata when we do the yagya. And then when you receive those desired necessities from the yagya, from the devata, and you do not use it, distribute it, give it, share it with other people or for the seva of the devata, then you are a thief. This is the meaning. तुम चोर हो। दूसरों की सेवा में लगाए बिना ही जो मनुष्य स्वयं ही उसका उपयोग करता है, खुद के लिए ही करता है, वह चोर है। He is a thief. यहाँ चोर की डेफिनेशन दी गई है। हमारे दिमाग में चोर, what is a thief in our mind? One who comes in our house surreptitiously, unauthorizedly, and takes away the money from our home. That is a thief. But here the definition of thief is much larger, much explained. So the points here explained is, number one is devata fulfills the desires of the necessity. Devata देते हैं, devata fulfills the desires and necessity of life. And while living and using it, you share it with others. You share it with others. And if you do not give it to others, you do not share it, then you are a thief. These are the 3 points. So here, the major important part which is explained is the definition of ownership. Who owns is the biggest question. Who owns? The definition of ownership of resources, and in turn the ownership of the whole universe. Who owns? मालिक कौन है? दुनिया का मालिक एक है, सबका मालिक एक है। सबका मालिक एक has got 2 meanings. One, everybody has got the same boss. सबका मालिक है। And secondly, anything which you see around, वो जो सब आपके आजू बाजू में है, उसका मालिक एक ही है, भगवान. That is the meaning. And Malik, the ownership. So the definition of ownership is here. So number one is that why don't we give our things to other people, and why don't we share it? Because it is a feeling of mine. ये मेरा है. It is mine. I have earned it. I have worked hard to earn it. I have exerted for it, and that is why it is mine. Up to that it is okay. It's not complete, but it is still okay. But the next part which is coming, it is only mine. मेरा ही है, दूसरों का नहीं है. ये सिर्फ मेरा है. Only mine. And so I have got the right to decide whom to give and whom not to give. That is important. किसको देना है, किसको नहीं देना है, वो मैं डिसाइड करूंगा, क्योंकि इसके ऊपर मेरा मालिकी हक है. That is number one part. That is the thing. It is mine. See, there is ample amount of food. Yeah, we know in the whole world there is ample amount of food being produced. But still, we know that majority of part of the world is facing the hunger. Hunger, scarcity of water, everything. Why? If there is enough available, then why there is a scarcity? Why there are people dying of hunger? Why people are going to the bed with empty stomach? Large portion of humanity is facing the problem of hunger. Yeah. Because we think that it is mine. Mera hi hai. I will throw it away, but not give to others. I will decide what to be done with this. Mera hai. That is the question. So who owns is the first question here. Issue of ego. I have done this, I have made this, and hence it is mine. That's the second point which comes. Number one, it is in my possession. Number two, I have earned for it, I have done hard work for it. Yeah. So who owns the resources generated? And when many people work together as Yagya, the fruits are created. Then people cannot say, or the mindset will be slowly developed in the mind of the people, that it is us together. The whole process of marriage, nowadays one of the biggest challenge is getting married. How to find a good partner, and I will lose my freedom is the fear. These are the two things. Yeah, मेरा freedom छूट जाएगा और partner कैसा होगा. But why marriage? Why marriage? When I am a bachelor, I am alone. It is everything is I and mine. I and mine. मेरा है, मेरा स्कूटर, मेरी कार, my car, my scooter, my laptop, my bedroom, my couch, everything is I. Then when you get married, what becomes? We went on honeymoon. After getting married, a person will not say I went on honeymoon. He will say we went. हम लोग गए honeymoon. हम लोग गए होटल में खाना खाने के लिए. We. So a process of changing from I to we, sharing slowly, and because a human being is inherently selfish, inherently individual because of the ego developed in the mind and because of the rebirth. So it's a rebirth, the ego, and the ego is I and it is mine. To make it dissolved, the procedure is to get married. To get married. It becomes we. Now you go to the restaurant and you share, you give the money for the food, you share the bed, you share the bathroom. Yeah, before you were alone, anytime you can go into the washroom. Now there is a partner, now partner is in the washroom. You can't go, wait for 2 minutes. So I to we, and then when the kids comes, it is we to us. That is the procedure. So marriages are for this purpose only. How to distribute and how to do that? Show a candy. Show a candy. Even natural, prakritik भी ऐसा होता है. जवानी आई है. The attraction is the candy given for losing the freedom. Yeah, I always tell as a joke. For losing the freedom, you are given a candy. And with that candy, you get married. But the whole purpose is not to deceive you. The whole purpose is to make a human from I to we and we to us. That is a marriage. So, same thing, the ownership, who owns? Then when the family is made on the dining table, when the food is served, mother ने food ready किया. Everybody, one person is earning. I am telling about old time, but maybe applicable now also. एक ने prepare किया, one person prepares the food. Another person earns the money to buy the food. There are kids. Kids will not go to earn money or buy food or even prepare food. But they will be having equal right to eat on the dining table and eat what they like. Isn't it? That's a family. One person cooks and everybody eats. That is Yagya. Kids are giving equal contribution. May not be visible today, but after some time, in your personal life as well as in the society. That is what is required. That is why marriages are absolutely necessary. Absolutely necessary. Marriages are required. To explain this, those who get married without this understanding is not a correct way of doing. That is why marriage, if you understand the marriage का श्लोक, आप शादी में जाइए श्लोक सुनिए, पंडित जी को पूछिए कभी कभी, एक श्लोक तो समझाइए हमें, हम क्या कमिट कर रहे हैं in the front of the fire, holy fire. Another example is employment. हम लोग नौकरी के लिए जाते हैं, we go for the job. Can we run the whole company alone? We cannot. Everybody has to work together. Even though it is not fitting the definition of Yagya, it is still an example of working in team. And that is why in a company where people do not work in team, company spends lots of money on team spirit, this, that. Yeah, we know trainings. They use millions of dollars just to keep people understand that we have to work together. इतनी छोटी सी चीज समझाने के लिए, just to explain that we should be working together as a society, as an employees. Companies are spending millions of dollars to explain one thing, which is given in this sloka, Yagya. Gita can resolve the problem in our life, present life also. Yeah, contributing for the good job. One person contributes their own skills to the best, and the company grows, and then everybody gets the fruit. Yes, in some cases, people don't do that. Yeah, working together, up to that it is okay. The moment fruit is coming, it is mine. Who will get the biggest share? That's an issue. So an understanding is needed. And that is what the prasad we talked about a while ago. Prasad milta hai. Be grateful for what is received and acknowledge it as a reward. That is prasad. So how it should be distributed? The question here is that the part was the distribution. Superiority is created due to the ownership and abundance with one person. That is what makes them superior. This may be anything. Black marketing, stocking of materials, issue of rising prices and inflation. This is all because of it. Somebody somewhere in the corner of the world thinks that I have the oil in my hand, so I will raise the price. I will raise the price because people need gas. And then such people even come together. सब चोर साथ में मिलकर चोरी करते हैं. People come together. For their own purpose. And why? Because there is a feeling of loss, fear of loss, of ownership. When I know that I have something and I can control, I will not try to lose that control. I will not try to distribute the thing. I will not try to give it to the other people. Because there is a feeling of loss of ownership. And those people who have more amount of resources of any type will always have a fear. And when there is a fear, there is no peace. पैसे वालों को ज़्यादा चिंता है. People who are rich, and remember, rich does not mean only money. Rich does not mean only money. Even very, very poor person is equally fearful for losing what they have. So rich, here the fear of loss is not applicable only to the people like rich people. It is applicable to, or money, it is applicable to even the poorest person. Fear of loss is equally there. Even if there is a beggar will also preserve his one bowl with which he is going around to begging for the money. He will preserve it. मेरा कटोरा कहाँ गया? कोई कटोरा लेके नहीं जाएगा. भीख मांगने का कटोरा. He will preserve it. He will not give it to anyone. See, you go to a holy place, there are so many beggars in queue, right? They are always sitting in queue and all that, especially when you go to India or some other places like that. Even here also some places. You will find, you go to the TTC railway station and you will find there is a guy who is sitting over there. He is begging for money. Give me quarter like that. You tell him, tomorrow onwards there is another person going to sit here also next to you. Will you allow it? He will not. He will tell him to, go away. This is my railway station for begging. This is a place where I sit for begging. Because here there is maximum commuters passing. So, ownership, the feeling of loss of ownership is not connected to the amount of resources which you possess. It is not connected to the reach of money or something like that. It is connected to the psychology of a person. So even if there is a beggar who is sitting in TTC station, is also having the same fear of loss of ownership. This is what is important to understand. हाँ, नहीं तो कोई बोलेंगे हमारे पास पैसा ही नहीं, हमको क्या फियर नहीं है? फियर है, सबको फियर है. One or the other fear is always there in the mind of the people. Fear of loss, loss of resources, and then other losses, loss of identity, loss of beauty. Because richness is everywhere. Na? Richness is not only money, thickness of the purse. Richness is everywhere. Fear of loss of ownership. We must have seen child. There are children who are quarreling, who are fighting for a broken toy. टूटी हुई डॉल है, हाथ नहीं है, पैर नहीं है, खाली सिर है और टॉर्सो है. हाँ, उसके लिए बच्चे झगड़ा करते हैं, मेरी गुड़िया. There is nothing in it. It's a broken doll. But still the kids will fight over it. Ownership. And this ownership is resolved over here. What? That Yagya Bhava, Yagya with the Bhava of Yagya. How we should be working and having the fruits together. So, if another example is soccer players, if you do not pass the ball, what will happen? Your team will not win. To pass the game, you should be working in a team. Pass the ball sometimes. Give it to others, and then together we will have a goal, and the team will win. In soccer, we see that anybody who, even if the person is the best player, if he or she is not giving and passing the ball to the other people, the coach will be very, very angry with the person. You pass the ball. Then why don't we pass the ball of the resources, of the skills which are given to us? Yagya. And if we do not, then what happens? The definition of a thief. So here it is very, very complete definition of a thief. It is not only just that कोई आया चोरी किया, घर में घुस गया चोरी कर दिया, पैसा लेके गया, गहना लेके गया. No, it is not limited only somebody coming in and stealing the money, stealing the car. That is in fact a very small part of the thief. If we look at the society as a whole, the person who is coming in and stealing the thing from our house is a very, very, very small part of the community of thief. The community of thief is very large, and here the combination stena, the definition of thief is given. It is beyond the common understanding of taking away others' things illegally. Not doing your duty and not using your skills for the society is a thief. That is what is told over here. जो तुम्हारे skill है, whatever you know and whatever you earned, not sharing with the society is a thief. वो चोर है. Devata has given you the results of your actions and you do not distribute. That is thief. वो चोर है. क्यों? Why? Because skills are given to us by the God. Yes, we practiced it, we acquired it, we acquired some of them, but the energy and the brain which is required to acquire even those skills is given by the God. So when you do not distribute it with the society, we'll take various examples today, and very, very important example. One of the example is all the seniors. I always say, and I am even working on those things. We see so many seniors getting retired. Till yesterday, I was working as a CEO of a company. I was having that skill to work as a CEO. And today I am retired. Does it mean that my skills are gone? Is it that I am like an electrical motor? You switch off and the motor stops. No, I have got the skills. I am a singer, I am a musician, I am a sculptor, I am a gardener, anything. Seniors today, मैं retire हो गया. What will you do? Nothing. I will do nothing. I have worked hard, I have earned money, I have got my pension plan, and now I will do nothing. Stay now. The skills which are given to you, teach it to the other people. Show it to the other people. Guide the next generation. Explain them the mistakes which you did in your life so that they will not commit those mistakes. Just don't go to the only मैं cruise में गया था. I went to the cruise, I went over there and I spent my money because I earned that money. It is my money. And then doing nothing. What do we see? There are people, big people, CEO of a company. After retiring, within 2 years, they die. He was a healthy person till he was working, till he or she was exerting the skills, even for oneself. Still, he was healthy, and the moment he is retired, the health goes down, everything goes down. Actually, it is a message by the God that if you are not using your skills, you are a useless person for me, so better come to me. Yeah, that is the message, actually message. That is why after getting retired, people start losing their health very, very fast. Those who do not work, and remember, the work does not mean earning, but those who do not work, those who do not exert their skills for the society after retirement, they quickly die. They die much faster than other people who work, who keep themselves busy. Seniors, the skills which you are possessing as a retired person, it's wasted if you do not use them. It is wasted completely. Why did you get those skills and powers? And that is where the old Gurukul system was there. Seniors वयस्क ही गुरुकुल में पढ़ाते थे, free of charge, because I have got my money already. I am retired. My bread and butter is already safe. Then why not to go out in the society again and work for them for free? Teach the new generation what skills we have. That is the work. And those who do not give that are chore. That is stena. The one which is told here, stena, is for that. Consuming, training the other people with the skills which you have. वो नहीं देते हैं, वो चोर. That is why in the old time, seniors were teaching in Gurukul, free of charge. So there is no, see nowadays even in Canada, North America, we are seeing that on an average, one student is around having a debt of $70,000, average, $70,000 to $90,000 debt per student on their head. Education is so expensive. The more and the higher education you try to go, the more expensive it is. Why? Why it is so expensive? College professors are taking $150,000, $200,000, $250,000 salary. Once they retire, they don't get any salary. So I will earn money, but after retiring, don't you still have that knowledge of history, arts, science, physics? Why don't you teach it to the other people? If we do not do that, if we consume it only for ourselves, using the skills only for my earning and my salary, that is what is tena, वो चोर है. मिली हुई स्किल, मिली हुई ताकत, मिली हुई बुद्धि, सिर्फ खुद के लिए यूज करना, खुद के लिए ही करना, उसी को चोर कहते हैं. इस पर श्रीमद् भगवद गीता, दैट इज द थिंग, वो चोर है. That is the thing. And then what happens? Then they complain, issue of loneliness. कोई पूछता नहीं है, कोई बुलाता नहीं है. How do I pass my time? Nobody belongs to me and I do not belong to anyone. Why don't you go out in the society and whatever skills you have, whatever. I remember I was traveling from US once. I was on an airport and I was in a hurry because my flight was in a very short time. It was going to, it was a very big airport and my flight was going to, fly off in 1 hour or so. So I was looking at a very big board, a very, very large board over there, television screens, to search my flight. And it was very confusing because there are so many, it's a very, very big airport. So I was trying to search, where is my flight, where is my flight? I was looking at all the screens. And then one old gentleman come to me. He must be around 90 plus. He is a veteran. He was wearing the veteran badge also. He was a guy retired from military long back. So he came to me and he asked me, are you searching for your flight? I said, yes. He asked me which flight number. I gave him the airline and the flight number, and he told me, see, it is there. This is the gate number you go to. So quick and easy for me because he guided me. Then I had 2 minutes, so I asked him, who are you and what do you do? He told that I am a retired veteran. I come to the airport, everybody knows me, there is no security issue, nothing. I come to the airport every day and I guide the people because I see there are hundreds and thousands of people traveling through this large airport. They are always, getting stuck and they do not know how to read this. Sometimes there are needy people who cannot read that distance. So I guide them. 90 plus, he is standing there. And then when he is tired, he has a chair over there, he will sit on it. But he will guide the people. What will I do as a retired person? I will go to the airport and I will guide the people how to read the television screen to find their flight and get them to the gate very easily. Oh, what's your gate number? D78. Okay, go there and go to the right from there. Such a simple thing. Nothing big. We are not talking about giving away all your pension plans, money. Small, little things. You are available. You are an old lady. You are available. There is a next door neighbor. They have got some urgent work. They have got a little baby kid to be taken care. They are worried. Oh, if we both go out, who will take care of my kid? Give them time. Okay, no problem. I am sitting here. Go and come back after 2 hours. Parasparam bhavayanta. That is what is required. If those skills, so it is not only skill, it is everything. It is time, it is skill. Everything which we have got has to be shared with the people. Especially when we are seniors, when we are retired. Very important. Today's most of the problems can be resolved if our seniors start thinking in this direction. Because younger generation is busy either in studying or earning. It is the seniors who are available. They have got a lot of time. And if they don't consume that time, then they say we are lonely, nobody is taking care of us, nobody looking at us. So those who are not using it is called as a stena. Stena. Yo bhungte, those who consume alone. Stena eva saha. That is what is the definition of a thief here. It is much wider and deeper definition than the regular definition. We'll go to the next sloka, 13th sloka. This is also a very famous sloka. I will chant the sloka first. Yagya sheshtashina santo muchyante sarvakhil vishayi bhunjate te tvagam papa ye pachantyatma karanat. Yagya shishta ashina. Shishtanashina. Ashina means eaters, consumes, one who consumes. And Yagya Shishta means one which is left over from the Yagya. Leftovers, remnants. After offering to and working with the Yagya, remnants of the Yagya, which are coming out from the Yagya as a remnant. That thing, that remnant. Yagya Sishta is remnants, Yagya Sishta. And Asina means eating. One who are eating, one who are consuming. The remnants, the balance from the Yagya is Muchyante. Muchyante means are released. छोड़ दिया जाता है, are released from sarva kilbishe, all kind of kilbish. Kilbish means sin, paap. Sin, a very big word, has come here. Kilbish, we'll talk about sin in detail. So kilbishe, one who is consuming the remnants of the yagya is muchyante, released from all kind of sins. Muchyante sarva kilbishe. And one who does not, bhunjate. Bhunjate. Bhunjate means one who enjoys alone. Bhunjate tvagam papa. Agam. Agam means very, very bad sins. Agam. Those who consume it alone, only for them, is eating their sins. ये पचंत्यात्म कारण, पचंत्या, पचंती means cook, who cook. And आत्म कर्मवत, पचंत्यात्म कर्मवत कारणat is for own sake. So those who you consume it for own sake is eating their own sins. In Hindi and English we'll say the spiritual minded, the people who eat the food that is first offered for the yagya and then are released to all kinds of, and then they are released from sins of all kinds. And who cook the food for their own enjoyment, in other words they consume the resources for their own enjoyment, are only eating their sin. वो अपना पाप खाते हैं. यज्ञ के अवशिष्ट अन्न को खाने वाले पुरुष सब पापों से मुक्त हो जाते हैं. परंतु जो लोग केवल स्वयं के लिए ही पकाते हैं वो अपने पापों को ही खाते हैं. Here the definition of पाप has come. Another definition of पाप. In our mind, पाप means what? किसी का चोरी कर लेना, किसी का झूठ बोल देना, you tell a lie, you steal from someone, you beat someone, atrocities, all those are considered as the papa, sins, the definition of sin. There are many people who say, हम तो कुछ गलत नहीं करते, हम सब अच्छा रहते हैं, हमने किसी का बुरा नहीं किया. I do not do bad for anybody. I am living my life in a better way. I do not disturb other people. I do not do any atrocity on other person. So I am a good person. This is the general understanding and definition in most people mind, most good people mind. जब तक मैं किसी का मैंने बुरा नहीं किया तो मैं अच्छा आदमी हूँ. Because I didn't do anything wrong and I am not doing anything wrong for the other people, I am a good person. मैं मेरा ध्यान रखता हूँ. I go, I earn money, I save money, and I eat for myself, and I take care of myself. इसलिए मैं अच्छा आदमी हूँ. The definition here for papa is अगर तुम सिर्फ खुद के लिए खाते हो, if you are eating alone only for you, then you are eating a sin. So here definition of sin is beyond only being a good person, so-called good person. Only being a good person is not enough. I don't do anything bad for the other people, so I am a good person is not enough. I don't disturb other people, I don't say anything to other person is not enough. Let us take an example of it. That will make it more clear. Suppose I am a family person and we are living in a building, in a society, right? In a building, and I see my neighbor's son, who is a teenager, he is sitting under some staircase and he is smoking. He is doing smoking, which is bad. It is injurious to health and also it is not good. So I see it, but मैं दूसरों को बोलता नहीं. I don't tell anyone. I am good myself, and that is enough. That is what I think in my mind. So I don't tell that boy that, hey, you should not smoke. What will happen? Eventually, they will make a group, and tomorrow maybe my son or daughter will also start smoking a bit. So if I don't tell, that thing will tomorrow may come to my doorstep. वो पानी मेरे पैर के नीचे भी आएगा एक दिन. If I don't tell. So just being good is not enough. That is what is being told here. Just being good. पाप क्या है? खुद के लिए ही पकाते हैं. पकाते का मतलब it's not only cooking the food in the bowl. पकाते means they are consuming, they are using the things and their skills, their knowledge, their efficiency only for oneself, which include individual as well as the society. Only मैं किसी को बोलता नहीं. I have met many people who are telling हम तो अच्छे हैं, we are good. We are good, so we will not do anything. We are good. But that is not enough as a society. In a society, there are 15% people who are good. They think about others, they work together. There are other 15% people who are inherently bad. They don't like people and everybody to be happy. There are 15% people who are inherently bad. And there are 15% people who are inherently good. Anything bad happening also will not change them, they will remain good. But remember, there are 70% people. There are 70% people who are followers. So, if those 15% good people do not go to those 70% people, society will become bad. Because other 15% will go to them. That is important part. हम अच्छे हैं. If I am good, everything is good. That is not complete definition of how we should be living our life. Should go out, use your skills, teach people, explain. So not doing the wrong thing is not only the path, but also not doing the righteous action is path. नहीं करने वाले काम तो नहीं करने चाहिए, मगर करने वाले काम भी नहीं किए तो वो पाप है. करने वाले काम करने चाहिए. Yeah. The excellent example is Draupadi Chirharan. Everybody thinks that because they are the servant of the throne, they didn't talk, they didn't raise their voice about the atrocity which is being done on a woman. And that is why the Kurukshetra war came in. The whole reason is because the good people didn't speak out. If the good people would have spoke at that time, 18 Aukshini people, millions of people would not have died. When good people do not speak, that is where the Kali Yuga starts. लोग पूछते हैं कलयुग कब आया, कलयुग कब आएगा. कलयुग is when good people doesn't speak. They become inactive. When the good part of the society, the people become inactive. They do not take active part in the society, active part in the performance, active part in development of the next generation. That is where the wrong thing starts. That is why if people would have stopped Duryodhana at that time, Kurukshetra युद्ध नहीं होता था. Kurukshetra war has happened only because the good people didn't speak. The blame on the bad people is already there because they are doing atrocity. But the good people didn't speak. खड़े नहीं हो जाते हैं. Because it is in their mind inculcated that raising an issue, raising a point is a bad thing. सामने वाला कुछ बोलता है तो उसको क्रॉस करना, उसको कुछ अच्छा चीज रहेगा तो उसको बताना is a bad thing. That is what is explained. That is what is inculcated in the mind of those people. And so they do not raise their voice, they do not raise their point. And because of that, the world goes into a very bad cycle. The whole Kurukshetra ka Yudh is only because of that. Because good people, the amount of blame for the Kurukshetra Yudh is equal on Dhritarashtra as well as on Bhishma. Why didn't you speak? खड़े होके बोले क्यों नहीं? And it is not there everywhere, even in our company also. We see if there is something wrong happening, you keep silent. हाँ, नहीं बोलते हैं. अपने को क्या? मेरा क्या लेना देना? Why should I be worried about? Tomorrow it will happen to you. That is why nowadays it is a great awakeness is come to the companies. If you see anything wrong happening, it is your duty to report. It is your duty. Inequality, injustice. It is your duty to report. If you fail to report, you are failing your duty. Papam. तुम अच्छे हो उतना sufficient नहीं है. It is not sufficient that you are a good person. It is also important that you report, you raise your voice. Yeah, that is what is important. That is what is told. Whistleblowers, the word. Whistleblowers. Very important. गलत होता है तो अपना आवाज खड़ा करो. Nowadays, everywhere, even in politics, same thing. After giving the votes, the people just go silent. They do not raise their voice that you gave us all these promises and you are not fulfilling it. What is happening? The active part in the society is totally silent. After giving the vote, how many people go to the same person whom they have voted and elected? That what is happening in my area? 5 years ago, you told that you are the things, all these things are going to be, corrected. What is the progress? Nobody asks the report. हम अच्छे हैं. We will go to the job. We will pay our taxes. But that is not complete. That is not sufficient. Consuming only for oneself is called as a papa. And remaining of the Yagya. What is the remaining of the Yagya? Remaining. Resources remaining after the due distribution to the righteous people. After the Yagya, the resources are there, which are created. सब लोग मिलके काम करेंगे, कुछ न कुछ तो पैदा होगा उसमें से, there will be fruits. And after distributing that fruit, the remaining part is to be consumed. That is a pious people. That is a pious people who consume it. To continue the process of Yagya, it is required. Jaruri. The resources will balance. The resources which is balanced after all the contributors are satisfied. Very important part. So, I think we can look at this sloka number 13 again when I come back, when we come back on Saturday, 10 to 11. I have got a small announcement because of some personal work. I will not be available for next 4 Saturdays. So 26th May, 30 May, 6th April and 13th April. 4 Saturdays I am not available. So this Pravachan will be anadhyay. There will be no Pravachan Saturday morning 10 to 11 which we are doing the study. It will be anadhyay. And we will be meeting again on 28th of April, and we will start again. We will recap some of the things and we will start again from the 13th sloka of 3rd chapter. Till then, I wish everyone a happy time. My apology because of some personal work. I have to go and I cannot continue. I generally don't like Swadhyaya Pravachanabhyam na pramaditavya. But I have to go, so I will be coming. We will be again continuing it on 20th of April, 20th of April, and till then I request everyone to study whatever we have studied together, and try to recap and understand in their own mind, in their own way. And I wish everyone a good time till then. Vasudeva Sudam Devam Kansachanuramadhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Para Brahma, Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha.